Alright, let's start with a question that might make you uncomfortable. When's the last time you thought about who gets your stuff after you die? Yeah, I know, not exactly dinner table conversation. But here's the thing, avoiding this stuff isn't protecting you. It's setting up your family for chaos. That's why this free estate planning clinic in Baton Rouge caught my attention. On the surface, it's just lawyers helping people fill out forms. But dig deeper, and this is actually a radical act of community empowerment. Let me explain why. Here's the obvious part, wills are about controlling your legacy. But what most people don't realize is how much emotional labor gets dumped on families when you leave this unresolved. Imagine your loved ones grieving while also fighting over who gets grandma's necklace or figuring out why you never updated your beneficiary list. That attorney in the article was spot on, not having a will is like handing strangers the keys to your life's work. But here's what she didn't say, this isn't just about possessions. It's about dignity. It's about refusing to let bureaucracy erase your choices. Now, the financial barrier angle. That's where this gets really juicy. These clinics aren't just charity, they're exposing a broken system. Why should planning your legacy cost thousands? It's a racket that's kept working-class families trapped for generations. By removing that cost, Baton Rouge isn't just helping people get their papers in order, they're challenging who gets to control wealth in America. Think about that. A free 2-hour clinic could determine whether a family keeps their home for decades or loses it to probate hell. That's not legal advice, that's economic warfare against systemic inequality. But here's the twist I can't stop thinking about, why August 15th? That date isn't random. If you look at the history of legal aid clinics, they often coincide with back-to-school seasons, when families feel financial pressure most acutely. This isn't just about death planning, it's about financial trauma response. And the location? An aviation academy. Subtle, right? They're literally positioning estate planning as a launchpad for future generations. Genius marketing, if you ask me, makes planning for mortality feel like buying a ticket to the future. Let's get personal for a second. I helped my aunt navigate her husband's estate last year. No will, of course. 3 siblings stopped speaking over a $500 TV. Now imagine if they'd had access to something like this clinic. But here's the kicker, even with free services, people still won't show up. Why? We're taught that talking about death is bad luck. Meanwhile, corporations profit from our avoidance, think probate courts charging filing fees, banks seizing unclaimed assets, you name it. This clinic isn't just fighting apathy, it's disrupting an entire shadow economy built on our silence. So here's my challenge to you, next time you see free legal clinic in your inbox, don't scroll past it. That email could be the difference between your family thriving or collapsing under administrative grief. And if you're in Baton Rouge, maybe show up to this thing with a question that's been keeping you awake at night. Because honestly, the real estate isn't the only thing worth protecting here, it's the story of your life. Who gets to tell that story matters more than you think.